That's way better than a business plan, you know, like you want validation, like send the emails to the investors that people send back, like don't send the business plan. I think that the venture accelerator, this venture accelerator at our school was a great help for certain aspects of what we did, but I think the thought process of building a 40-page business plan before you put whatever you're building, whether it's an app, whether it's a camera, whether it's a pair of jeans, into someone's hands is completely ridiculous. Like, you can figure it out as you go. Like, at the end of the day, you can have all these unbelievable ideas and you can go to business school and do all these classes and all this shit and have the best like business model in the world that's going to make you the hockey stick revenue growth and the profit. But at the end of the day, that's not going to make any difference. It's the people who are buying it. And people can say, oh, it's a great idea, that's a great market, but unless you actually try it, you're never going to know. You know, like with marketing strategies and stuff like this, like, yeah, we think about it before we act. Obviously, we're not just going to be throwing darts at a wall completely. We have reasoning behind everything we do, but you never really know. And I think the idea of putting together a 40-page business plan is ridiculous before you, if you want to build a pair of jeans, like, figure out a way to get them in people's hands before you've even built it. You know, like whenever we talk to anyone now that's got an idea, and one of the things that we kind of did but didn't do enough was, it's like, validate your product without having the product in some way. So I don't know, if you want to do a recruitment company for photographers or something, it's like, instead of going through all the process of setting up a website, doing all this, spending all this money, just literally set up a Facebook group and be like, look, this is the marketplace for photographers, like, get photographers to join, get people to join and see if there's messages, because that's essentially what the company's going to be. It's just like not in like a pretty format. And that's something that we did a little bit. We had like a pretty cool instance of when we did that was, we went to like something called Nexpo, which was a big Northeastern startup event for all the student ventures. Essentially, they run it once a year. And we were close to launch, but we didn't have the product yet. So we were like, okay, how can we show the value at an event without having the product? So we went and bought a ton of disposable cameras that day, and we left them on the side of our like booth. And all we said to people was, take the disposable cameras, take a load of pictures, and then drop the disposable camera off before you leave. And everyone obviously loves it, takes the disposable cameras, taking loads of pictures, dropped them off. When it finished, we went to a film development place, got them developed overnight onto like a USB, put them into a USB, stuck them up on like a one-page website, and then we got everyone's email address that took the pictures and the email address that everyone was there. And then like 9 o'clock the next morning, we sent out the email with the link and be like, all the pictures of Nexpo, like, courtesy of BLURR, which essentially showed the value of the product without even having it. And we got responses like, this is sick, like, never seen pictures this quickly, like, this is amazing, like, love this. And then we're like, okay, like, that's pretty cool validation, because that's essentially what BLURR does, but essentially we're going to do it through an app and it's going to be instantaneous. So that was pretty good validation for us and made us think like, that's way better than a business plan, you know, like, you want validation, like, send the emails to the investors that people send back, like, don't send the business plan. A business plan is good for setting out like a vision. You know, I think that you've got to have what's the end vision of your company, but that shouldn't be like a revenue goal, you know, because then you're going to start adjusting your company based on getting to that $1 million a year revenue and actually losing like the long-term unique aspect of your company, you know. So I think a business plan can be good for really ironing out like what the actual vision is and making that cohesive amongst the founders or whatever, which can have obviously some benefit. But I think if you've all got that vision and you're making sure that you're like calling each other out and making sure you're sticking to that, then you don't really need one. You know, like every week it's like you think, okay, is this the vision of the company? And is the decision I'm making in line with that? If not, I probably shouldn't do it. Or if it makes a lot of sense, like why is the vision not changing? And then if you're pretty honest with yourselves, which we are, like every week, we speak twice a week, like we sit down and we're like, okay, like what worked over the last 2 days? Do we see things changing? Has the vision changed? And it definitely has. And it's like overall, it's like, okay, now we shift, and it's like, all right, one and done. So you don't need to write a 40-page business plan every time for that. Definitely not.